Okay, so like for those of us that are just joining, I said that today's class I'm going to be putting us through how to invest in cryptocurrency. Because between now and the end of the year, there will be more opportunities in that light. So I just want to give us step by step. Most of us, I think most of us in the platform right now already have a Binance on their phones. I just want to show you exactly what to do. So the first thing is this, of course, you log into your Binance app. Now, the area that has to do with trading cryptocurrency is this area that you see trade. Please, I want to know that we are following. If I know most of us are muted, but I would like to know if we are following. You get? We don't want to just throw away important information and nobody is listening.
Yes, sir. I'm following, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, so the first thing is, so you can see my page. Can you see my page? I'm logged in into Binance.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, I can see it, sir.
Okay, so how the trading part is, you go to this trade section, you go to spot. So this spot, you click on that. Now, depending on the cryptocurrency that you're looking at, it will show the chart here. This right now, by default, it usually goes to BTC USDT. That's like BTC against Theta. That's against $1. You can always change that to the particular one that you have. For example, if you are, let's say if you have Binance USD, because there's also Binance USD. Binance USD is a stable coin created by Binance. Binance has their coin, which is the Binance coin, but that's different from the Binance USD. The Binance USD is just like Theta. It's equivalent to $1. So it's always around $1. So the way we have BTC USD, if I type in, if you come to this side, the search side, if I type in BTC, it says /U/B. Okay, so you see it right there. It has popped up. So this one is the BTC against the Binance USD. So if I want to trade this one, I'll just click on that, and you can see it has loaded its BTC USD, and that's the chart. Now, going below it, I will explain all of this in a moment. Going just below it, you see where the actual buying and selling takes place. Now, take note of this. In your Binance account, there's what you call the spot wallet. You already talked about this before in another video. You have your spot wallet. Then, in fact, what I'll do is that let me just there's no harm in going through it all over again, because I really want us to have good understanding of the whole thing. Even though today's class is still, I'm still going to be in the elementary stage, but at least we'll get a good idea of what to do in terms of today's world when they talk about cryptocurrency and investing, what it entails. Now, the way I got here is I went to wallet, I went to overview. Under the overview, you'll see fiat funding, cross margin. Now, when you buy cryptocurrency or any of such things, usually your money just comes to the fiat or spot. Then there's also funding. Funding is usually requested. Maybe you want to transfer money to someone. Most of the time, they by default, they want to use the funding for that, the funding wallet. Then there's the cross margin, the isolated USD M futures and the coins. These cross margin isolated USD futures and the coins are things I'm going to explain today. So please pay attention. There are also wallets, but they are used for trading purposes. And I will show you how to use them in such a way that you have an advantage while using them. So going back to this place, if you remember, the way I got here is that I came to trade and I went to spot. So spot trading is you are trading from your spot wallet. It's like what you are buying and what you are selling that is in your spot wallet. Another way to trade is actually through this Binance Convert. Let me open the Binance Convert. In fact, that's the easiest way. The Binance Convert is like you doing a conversion. All you're doing there is that you're just changing from one currency to the other. What does this mean? For example, if I've been given a signal that, hey, Terra Luna, for example, just in the case of this Terra Luna now, let's say that day when I said that, okay, Terra Luna is going to rise. Let's say in your Binance account, you had 50 USD, 30 USD, 40 USD, whatever the exact amount is. You could have come to this section on Binance Convert. All you had to do was this. You can see it's spot wallet. This is the quantity of USDT in my spot wallet. I have about 45 USDT in my spot wallet. All you just need to do, this is the simple way. I'm talking about the simplest way of investing. Would have been, okay, let's say you had this kind of amount in your spot wallet, or maybe even if it was in your funding. For example, this one now is showing me spot wallet balance. I could actually change it to my funding balance. Okay, so in my funding balance, you can see I have a different quantity of USDT in my funding balance. So that's just for that. There are two different wallets. So if you are using the Binance Convert, all you need to do is, okay, let's say they say, okay, Terra Luna was going to rise. You want to invest in it very fast. Because I will be giving more signals. That's why I'm doing some of these things. That's why even for some time recently, I'm also talking about Forex trading and some of those things. Because going forward, I'll be giving signals in that light so that you can quickly take advantage of it, especially towards the end of the year. There will be opportunities that will come up. So once you get to this Binance Convert, this side, you can see from to. You just change this one to the particular currency that you have been given signal that is going to rise. So let's say in this case, maybe it was Terra Luna, for example. All you just do there, under the search, just type for the name of the currency. You can see as I began to type, automatically it brings out Terra, Classic. For example, the one I was talking about then was the Terra Luna Classic. Even though both of them arise, but the one I was talking about then was the Terra Luna Classic, because that one, Terra Luna Classic, is the one that is quite small. Still 0.000 something up to now. So you just select that. Once you select it, you see that it now says, okay, from this to this. So if it's your USDT that you have, you just put in the quantity of USDT you want to invest in that Luna, maybe 10, maybe 20, whatever the case is. Then you click on preview transaction. Why is it showing me error? Let me see. Let me try it again. I don't know, for some reason it's showing me, let me refresh my page and see. Maybe it's network. Okay, so I changed this to the Luna. I just type it when it comes up. Then in this side, I put maybe 20, for example. I click on preview transaction. You see, so it gives me just a few seconds, then it expires. It tells me that 20, this thing can buy 68,000 Luna. You understand? So if, let's say you're someone that, okay, you want to just invest some money, maybe $100, $200, whatever it is, this is the simplest way. So once you click on, let's say within those few seconds, it will convert that your USDT to that particular coin. So you are now going to have that quantity of coin in your wallet. So the wallet that you are giving the signal for, you will have a quantity of it inside your wallet. So this is the simplest way to invest in cryptocurrency. That's if you have in fact, if you have any coin, it doesn't matter the coin, but you can always convert from one coin. Even this one didn't have to be USDT. Let's say what I had was Doge. Because for example, right now I have some Doge. I'm also holding some Doge in this account. You get. So you could have also converted from Doge, to, you get, depending on the cryptocurrency that you were giving the signal that is going to rise. I hope what I've said is simple enough. Any question? This is a simple part. This is just the simplest way of them. Those asking questions should not be latecomers. If it's latecomers, don't ask me any question.
Like I have some quantity of sheep. Hello, sir.
Elizabeth,
Hello,
is
sir.
that
Can
you?
you hear me? Yes, can you hear me?
I can hear you. You have a question?
Okay. Yes, like I have some amount or quantity of sheep, even though I just locked it for this flexible something in my Binance, that when you stay there to be yielding for you. So if I want to use it now to invest in this Luna, so it's the same procedure you just showed us right now.
Exactly.
That's the same procedure I should adopt.
You just convert it.
Because I've been thinking of how to do it, yes. Okay, so
Okay, any other question? Okay, moving on. So the next, so that one is for the convert. Like I said, for the trading, this way you do that. You go to the Binance convert. Just go under trade, Binance convert option. That's what took us to that place. So you convert from the cryptocurrency you have to the one that you are looking at investing in. Now there's also what you call the spot. This page where we are right now is the spot page. So for the spot page, this is how it looks like. When you come down here, you're going to see buy or sell. Depending on the crypto. Okay, let me use a real life example. Let's say I want to invest inside a Doge. For example, Dogecoin is a common currency. So I just select, I go to the search, type it, and select the one I want to invest. So now, this is how it's going to appear. It's going to appear like this. It will show me the available balance I have in my spot wallet based on the, like if this is Doge USDT, it can be Doge Binance USD. Also, it can be Doge Binance USD also. Yeah. So depending on what I have, that's how I choose. For example, if I have USDT and I want to invest in Doge, then I will be choosing the option of Doge against USDT. I hope that's clear. If I have Binance USD, I'll be choosing the option of Doge against Binance USD. If I have maybe Doge something else, maybe Doge, or if I have maybe Shinoba, like Elizabeth was talking about, probably I'll be looking for Doge Shinoba if that option is available. You get. So once I get that option in the search here, I click on it. I come down. I come down to this place. So on the buy side, it's going to be like this. The buy side will show me my available balance in terms of the base currency. Is it the base? The secondary currency, that's in the quote. If it's Doge, USDT, on this side for buy, to show me my available balance in USDT. On this other side for sell, to show me my available balance in the other currency that I'm interested in. So let's say in this case, let's say I didn't even have Doge at all, but I want to buy Doge. So it will show me my available balance in terms of the USDT or that's Theta or Binance USD, whatever I have. Then there are three options. There's a limit, there's the market, and there's the stop limit. For the stop limit, I won't bother about that. That's a little bit more advanced, or maybe in another class. That's a little bit more advanced. You may not really need that information for now. That's when you're doing active trading. I'll show you about that just briefly before the end of this section. Now, for the limit, now there's something key here. What I'm talking to you guys about right now is a way that even when you don't have so much, I just want you to understand the end goal. Even when you don't have all the money, that's so much money to invest, there's a way you can also still invest in the short term and still make some good return. What do I mean? For example, you are seeing this isolated, you can see times 5 there. You are seeing this cross, you can see times 3 there. I will explain those things shortly. So follow me step by step. So for the spot, there is this what you call limit. For the limit, what it does is this. Based on my balance, I can just say either I use this buy here to select a percentage of the quantity that I want to buy based on my balance. If I put 25%, it will just show me the quantity. That's about $11 based on my balance. If I put 50%, to show me about half of it. I can use this option, or I can just manually type how much quantity of my balance I want to use to buy the cryptocurrency input. If I am selecting the limit option, what it's going to do is this. Because now what happens is this. If I click on buy now, let me just click on buy so that you see what I mean. I just hope it doesn't fill it immediately. Okay, you can see limit buy order created. So let me quickly go down. If I go down, it has created that limit order. But the order has not been executed. Why? What it's going to do is this. Based on the current market condition, it's going to wait until the market condition price falls into the actual price that I put in. Let me first cancel my order because I'm not ready to this live situation. Let me first cancel okay, so I've canceled that. What this means is this. Normally, if I use market, if I choose market right now, this market option you're seeing there, if I click on the same, maybe I put that same $11 or whatever, 50% of my balance, and I click buy, it's going to the way I did convert in the other side, it's going to instantly convert the that quantity of my balance, 50% of my balance to the Doge. But I'm going to get some charges. I'll get some charges. You understand? I'll get a little charge for doing that. But if I use limit, it will wait until the market price. That is, if you see on this side here now, these are different buy orders and sell orders taking place. It will wait until it gets to a condition whereby it can fulfill that my market order based on the request of somebody else. Do you understand what I just said? It's like a marketplace. I say I want to buy Doge at XYZ quantity of Doge. So instead of it just selling it to me immediately and charging me a commission, if I use the limit, it will wait because continuously there's a buy and sell that is going on. It will wait until there's a market order that meets that price that I want to actually sell it. Then it will fulfill it for me. So in that case, I don't pay any price. Now that is using it instantaneously. You can also use it for a more different price. For example, maybe you believe that you can get a better price than the current price that the cryptocurrency is sold for. You can use the limit, actually adjust this place. You can see right now the price of one Doge is about 0.058. You can actually adjust this and say that, okay, maybe I adjust this to 5.5 instead of 5.8. Then I say, okay, when it falls down to 5.8, that's when I want you to fulfill the order for me. So it will just be a pending order until the market gets to that price. Then it fulfills it for me without any charge. I hope that is clear. So that's how to use this spot, the limit option on that spot. Market, if you are choosing market, it will do it instantly with a little charge, a little commission. I hope that's clear. Now, so it's like this says, do you have a question?
What if you increase the price?
If you increase the price, it will do the same.
Okay, so
when it gets to that level, it will also execute.
okay.
You get, but the thing to know is that if you are increasing the price, that means you are trying to buy the thing for a higher price. So if you are buying, you want to always buy at a lower price.
Lower.
Yes, that's it.
This one is for buying.
Yes, that I'm explaining for the buy side. It's applicable to the same thing if you are selling. If you are if you are selling, it's the same thing. You can adjust your price also. Let's say in this case now, let's say I want to take a sale. Maybe I put 75% of my balance. In the same light too, I can adjust the market, adjust the price so that it gives me, let me put it in limits back so that you see that. You go to the Doge, okay? So you can see in the same light too, I can also adjust the price. Let's say in this case now, if I was looking at selling, I can probably be taking this one higher. So that I can sell it for a higher price than the current price. You're feeling me?
Yes.
That way I make profit.
Yes.
So that's how it works. Because of time, let me hurry. We have the cross and we have the isolated. If I go back to the overview, you can see this place where you see isolated margin. This isolated margin is the same as this one inside the spot where you see isolated. What this means is this. You can actually isolate, you can actually transfer funds to your isolated account and take a trade that anything that happens with that particular money in the isolated account, you can the trade will be, that's whether it's falling or it's increasing, it will be experiencing a higher leverage. In this case, times 5. What does this mean? Let's say, for example, this Dodge now, the price of one Dodge is 0.0051, which is less than $1, quite less than $1. How can I make as much as, let's say all I have is $100. How can I make as much as, let's say, an additional $100 profit on this, on a change on this thing of just, let's say it's 0.058 now. Let's say it moves to 0.08, that it moves about 20 cents. Is it possible for me to make $100 on a $100 with just a 20-cent move? Yes, it's possible under this kind of isolated arrangement. The way to do it is this: you actually transfer funds to this you isolated. That's the amount you want to invest, $100 or whatever it is. You transfer it to this your isolated account. How do you do that? You go to your fiat or your funding. Either you go to your fiat or your funding. Just click on your fiat or your funding, whichever of them. You click on transfer. When you click on transfer, you can see cross margin, isolated margin. You can see this. So when you select the isolated margin, if the funds you want to use to invest is in your fiat or in your funding, depending on where it is, you now move those funds to your isolated margin. Once you move it to your isolated margin, that money will be in your isolated margin account. Then any trade you now take inside this place with that money, it will be experiencing any change. Let's say you take a buy, to be experiencing times 5. If you take a sell, to be experiencing times 5. What do I mean by if you take a sell? For example, let's say I believe that BNB coin, that's Binance coin, is going to fall. For example, like the last time I talked about Binance coin falling. Let's say all you had at that point was maybe $200. You want to make a killing on it. What you do is that maybe what you had was maybe you have $100. What you do is this: you take that your $100, you go to your this your spot place here. You search for BNB. Let's say it's USDT you had, BNB/USDT. Select that. To appear like this, BNB, like that day now, it will appear like this. What you now do is this. Okay, before you even do that, it won't work like that. It won't work like that. It will work like this, but let me just show you the difference. You will need to get it in BNB. So first of all, what you're going to do is you go to the first thing first one I showed you guys. Go to your spot. That your $100. That your $100. You convert it to, let's say you had your $100. Convert it first of all to BNB. Change this one in this side to BNB. Once you have changed it, you put your amount, maybe it was $100. You change it to the BNB first. Once you change it to the BNB, you now come to your spot. You transfer that BNB quantity to your isolated, because it will be in your fiat. Transfer that BNB coin now to your isolated account, just the way I showed you. Once you have done that, if you come to your spot and you search for this option, you will see it under just like this. Then under your available balance, you will be seeing the quantity of BNB that your $100 is worth. You understand? In this, okay, it's even adjusted for BNB to, in this case, because to times 10, for example. So in this case now, you'll be seeing that balance here. So if you want to invest all of that quantity that you invested, you just take your balance to maximum. You get, then you click on sell. You choose market and you click on sell. Once you do that, what happens is this. That $100 that you converted to BNB, then you came here, transferred it to your isolated account, then sold it. Any change that happens on that BNB, whatever the change is, that, whether it's up or down, but in this case, if it was a sell signal, you'll be anticipating for it to sell. When it drops just a little, any percentage it drops, on your $100, the equivalent of what you'll be experiencing will be in this, like in this, for this particular pair now, for BNB USD, it changes. For some, they'll give you ×5. For some, they give you ×10. It will be experiencing ×10. So if the thing falls much, you gain it much more with little changes. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Now, take note of this thing I want to say right now. When you are investing like this using spot, your money does not disappear. What it means is this: you cannot have 100% loss. Instead, the value of your money continues to decline if you are losing infinitesimally. This is different from when you are investing in derivatives, which is futures. You know, like in Forex trading, if you are trading Forex, depending on the lot size you leverage on your account, you could actually lose all that you are trading with when you are trading Forex, depending on your lot size. If you put in $10, you put a high lot size and the market gets to a certain level, that money is gone. You understand? But for spot investing, the money doesn't go. Instead, the value will be, if you are losing, the value will be going down, but you don't have money disappearing. And also for isolated, using isolated, the trade that you are taking only affects that isolated amount. That amount that you put in the isolated place, that's the only place where that trading will be affecting. Unlike if you use cross, depending on how advanced you are as a trader, some people use cross. What the cross does is this: if you take a trade under this cross, outside the money that you transfer to the cross, because now if you notice under the overview, we also have a cross wallet too. Outside the money you transfer to the cross can actually also, they can start looking for money from other places in your account to support your investment. Meaning that if you are using cross, you can lose more than you plan to. That's the advantage of using isolated. Isolated is what you put there, that's what you're investing. And if the value is going up, that's the quantity that will be going up. For cross, if the value is going up, is that quantity that will be going up. But if you're making a loss, it can spread into any other wallet that you have on your account. I hope that's clear. So cross can be dangerous. Also, it can help you if you are a trader that, okay, you need more leverage. Maybe you think that the trade will still hold, so you are trying to support it. So it's a double-edged sword. I felt that within this time would have finished this thing. Okay, well, what will happen is that tomorrow we'll continue, hopefully, so that I can go into the next part, which is the derivatives. You see these derivatives, this is a part that you need to know about, We already have like 1 minute. I thought I would be faster. Any questions? If there's no question, if we have gained some value from it, you can always start me up. Probably tomorrow we'll continue. But this is the basics of how to invest, but there's more to learn. There's more to learn. Yes. Just hope we got some value from this. Any questions? So if there are no questions, yes, we'll call it.
Please, can we get the video
of this session?
Yes, sir.